Hello, everyone! Oh, that's loud. Hold on a second. Let me mute that and set this up. Sorry if I just blew out your speakers. There we go. Yeah, Jay's ready. Oh gosh, okay. Just pulling up my stuff here, making sure everybody's in. Gonna wait till right up until 7 o'clock before we get started. Hey, Randy, Matt, Jay, and Christopher. Good to see you guys. Good to see your names. And Jeff, nice to see your names on the screen. Oh, thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. All right, let's make sure I've got everything that I need here. Lots of papers today for various reasons. Good stuff. Let me get some of this out of the way. I will need that table to write. Hey, Dave and Jeff's. Okay. That should be pretty good. Hey, Andrew. All right, couple more minutes. I see 11 on already. That's awesome. Robert, good to have you with us. I feel like next time what I need to do is have another computer or something over, maybe at my iPad or something, um, that actually has the live stream going so I can keep up with the comments there, because the comments come in kind of slow in this program. There's a delay with it coming out of this to YouTube, then back through again. So let's see, just double checking what I've got here. Whoops, come back. Making sure I am all set up. Import one more song. So we're going to start with warm-ups and then a really quick craft rules reminder. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on the craft today because we're going to spend a little bit more time on the educational portion, which is going to be kind of a long deal, but I think it's going to be something useful that we just haven't talked enough about. Hey Larry, good to see you. So again, good to see you. It's nice to see your names pop up and know that you're here with us. Pat Conroy is not going to be with us tonight. There was a friend of his wife's who passed away, not of the virus, but nonetheless, they're feeling down about that. So they're going to be away for tonight. That's not what I wanted. Come back. There we go. All right, almost there. Just a few more seconds. And I'll also wait, I think, just a little bit longer to see if a couple more people show up. But then we will be ready to get started. What is going on here? Barbershop. Thoroughbreds. Here we go. Too many folders. Hey, Whit, good to have you with us. Okay, almost there. Yeah, getting yourself started. Me. Go for it, Frank. We're going to be going in just a minute as soon as I get this Done. So yeah, we're going to get through warm-ups and then a little bit of the craft and then sing It's a Good Day and maybe hit a couple of spots in that song. And then going to go into an education portion and we will use Kentucky Medley for that. So it's a song we already know, but we're going to go through a song learning process with that song, just to feel more comfortable with kind of the process of using learning tracks and sheet music to learn songs at home. So hopefully it is helpful for you. And also, in preparation for this, I got it written out. So it's going to be very similar to the one that Jay tends to send out every few months. And Jay, thank you for always doing that, because it is helpful information. And so this is more just the way I tend to learn the song, and what we'll probably end up doing is combine our ideas and come up with kind of a document and maybe another separate instructional video on how to do that. So hope that makes sense. And I know that last week I said I was going to make another video. That's still going to happen, just kind of figuring out time and routine and schedule to make sure that those kind of things can happen and fit in. But I do plan on, over the next few weeks, kind of creating some of that content for us as shorter instructional videos that are easier to consume when needed. So hopefully that all makes sense. I opened the wrong song here. That's the one that I want. Great. Okay. We have 12 people with us. Hopefully we see a couple more show up. I need to change this input. Why is that? There we go. And then undo the mute. And then let me just double check and make sure this works.
Yes, it's a good day.
Good stuff. Ha! Bashir jersey. Yeah, because of the light, you can't see that it's actually checkered. So, right. And yes, CT, that's referring to a meme that someone posted a couple days ago about the Bashir jersey. But anyway, okay, here we go. So we're going to get started with our warm-ups. If you haven't already, stretch a little bit. Oh, I needed that. If you didn't hear those pops, they were good pops. Shake it out. Move your neck around. Just kind of relax everything. Good. Massage your neck. Massage your face. Don't forget to breathe. Every breath that you take, make it nice and relaxed. On every exhale, relieve all the tension that you can. Start with your shoulders and your chest. Release your abdominal muscles and your arms, your wrists, your elbows, your fingers, your knees. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, good. I'm glad those pops came across. It felt great. All right. Check your alignment. Make sure that you are standing comfortably tall. Top of the shoulders over the top of the hips, over the middle of the ankles. And ear holes over the top of the shoulders, over the middle of the hips. If you can find your ear holes under your hair, mine is getting a little longer. So, yeah, that's going to need to be fixed kind of soon. But anyway, here we are. Yeah, so again, ear holes over the top of the shoulders, over the top of the hips, over the middle of the ankles. Take a deep breath in and out, and relax everything. See if you can feel even more lower abdominal muscles just relax and bottom out. And out. Good. Relax everything. Feel the rib cage expand up and out. And down. Try to do both at the same time. Rib cage expands up and out. Everything else drops down. Here we go. In. Full tank. And out. Very good. Suspended breath. And that suspended breath is with that expanded rib cage. Another expanded rib cage, suspended breath. Very good. And one more. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take another suspended breath, keep everything completely open and relaxed, and then just start the tone. And it's going to be on an ah. Let me see where that is. Make sure it's a comfortable place for everybody. Good. Yeah, A should be pretty good for everybody. Ah. So we're relaxed. Head is relaxed. We are in our alignment. We take a good suspended breath with the rib cage, and then sing. Ah. Here we go. Ah. Exhale, and again. Ah. Yes, thank you, Matt. Tongue forward is exactly right. And you can kind of see pretty well with this lighting. If my tongue were back, it would be very dark. Ah. You can see a lot more of my tongue if it's raised and forward. Ah. So again, let's go a little lower. Let's actually go a bunch lower. Let's go here. Ah. Deep breath in. Ah. Good. Making sure that we get that expansion and it stays expanded, it stays open before the tone starts. All right, let's try that on an E and add the fifth in. E. I'll bet you could hear that plane that just flew overhead. Next week, I think I'll be in that room, fingers crossed, and we won't be hearing as much of those noises, which will be awesome. Let's do that one once again, but up a half step. Make sure you're taking that expanded breath, and we sing on that expanded breath, starting nice and open. Together. E. One more. Ah, good stuff. So making sure that we start every tone on that ah is going to help have a nice full sound, helps keep the larynx down and not collapse right away. Ah, and then we can keep that rib cage up and expanded. So again, notice, and I said this in a voice lesson the other day, notice that if you exhale, the ribs don't just come in, but they go down. When you inhale, up and out, right? So it's not just out, but also they swing up and out. So you can get more space. And then when we talk about keeping the chest high, that's part of that. it collapses down and in. So we start breathing out from here and then from the top. There's more openness to it when you do that. Okay, great. Let's do some of our bubbling. So let's start. First, we're going to practice a little bit of bubbling without pitch. We've done this the last couple of weeks. So, and again, if you're not typically great at bubbling, this is a great opportunity for you to just kind of practice and try, because probably no one else is around you right now, and if they are, well, hopefully they are joining in and practicing their bubbling too. But that's going to be the plan. So for a little bit here, we're going to do 4 counts, 8 counts, 12 counts of just bubbles without pitch. Then we're going to do the same with pitch, and then go kind of as long as we can. So here is, where was that pitch? D. No pitch. Think the pitch. We're going to go with no pitch. 4 beats. So 1 inhale, and you get the idea. Just 4 beats to start. So you don't need a big breath. Here we go. And let's do 4 again. For those that are having a bit of trouble, doing this a couple of times will kind of help get it started. There's no pressure when it's such a short amount. And now going for 8 beats. And another 8 beats. All right, let's go for 12 beats. I went for the pitch pipe again. There's no pitch. 12 beats. Oh, Gary, you missed me talking about my hair and how it needs to be fixed. That is going to happen soon. Okay, here we go. 12 beats. All right, now we're going to add a pitch. Or whichever octave is more comfortable for you. It's not going to matter because you're doing it alone. Haha. If you want to do it on the 5th, if the A is more comfortable than the D, that's also fine. So here, here, or here. We're going for 8 counts. Okay, going for 12 counts. Exhale. That was 12. Let's go for 16. All right, good job. For those of you that made it that far, awesome stuff. Nice picture, Frank. Good job. And especially while you're bubbling, that's important. Frank just sent me a picture of him with one of those cloth masks on. So while we're bubbling, we want to make sure that our spit and stuff is not getting through the camera. So I hope you're all covered nicely. Let's go as long as we can. I'm just going to kind of keep counting until, I guess, about 28. Why not? That's going to be an arbitrary number. And once you're done, and I guess I'm going to put up numbers as we go. Once you're done, put down the number that you made it to. So here we go. Do, do, do. All right, there's 28. I made it to 22 apparently, so it's a weaker day for me. But there you go. Yes, for the purpose of the tone that we're creating, Randy, bubbling V instead of bubbling works. But for the purpose of this exercise, I'm trying to get us to practice bubbling and find it. Ultimately, bubbling is a little bit better than a V. So the V does work, but as much as you can practice the bubble and try to get it to happen, it'll incrementally get better, and that'll be a good thing. So let's shoot for that. Um, but yeah, hope that makes sense. There you go. There's the picture I just got from Frank. Thanks, Frank. Okay, good stuff. So now we're going to bubble, and in this case, you can use a V sound if you need to, or any of the other sounds that I discussed, or if you have a straw, you can sing through a straw. That works really well also. The straw is probably even the best, even better than bubbling, to create what's called semi-occluded vocal tract exercises. So singing through a straw really creates that back pressure. The one of the better sized straws that I found are like the Thornton's stir stick straws. They're a pretty good size. Um, and much smaller than that, you get kind of too much pressure and it gets harder to sing. And bigger than that, and it hardly does anything. Taking a straw and singing through the straw into a bottle of water, making the water bubble, is a really good exercise for those vocal tract things. So I might even do that next week. I'll bring a straw with me and just kind of show you what I'm talking about. So let me make a quick note of that so I don't forget that that's what I just said I'm going to do. Next week is April 13. SOVT with straw and bottle. Hooray! Good stuff. So next we're going to bubble or V or straw, or a tighter ooh sound is an option, but the V is better than that, on Heart of My Heart like we did last time. But what I'm going to do now is suggest to you sing on your part or sing on the lead with me. Sorry. And I'm going to give a cue at some point, kind of like whatever it is, but I'm also going to sing it so you'll know the difference, to switch to regular words and singing. And then we'll switch back to bubbling again partway through and just kind of go back and forth. So here we go. Heart of My Heart on bubbling and words interchangeably. Do, brrr, do, 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 do. Brrr. Heart of my life, my darling, I love you. From you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine for And hopefully that worked for you. My nose is all tickly now. Grab a drink of water if you got some. If you don't, I suggest getting some. And we are going to switch quickly over to craft rules. So let's pull up the rules. We have 4 of them, and they are, once again, match the target vowel sounds, which of course is using our resonance chart with our words. I need to make, that's what it was. It was the walkthrough of vowels that I'm going to have done soon. So I'm going to write that one down as well. Vowel chart demo. Good stuff. So we have our 4 families: a, o, e, u, e, and oo. And hopefully, and of course not u in the middle, but those are the 11 vowels that we use, and we're going to go over those again soon, and I will make a demo video that really kind of goes through each vowel individually and kind of puts them all together. So that is matching the target vowel sounds. We are primarily trying to match resonance, and we do so with a little bit showing the shape and like talking about shape and talking about tongue position and all of those things. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we're trying to match the sound and the timbre of the vowels, and that comes from the overtones and the resonance, which comes from whatever you need to individually do to get there, which is going to be a little bit different from person to person. Then, rule number 2, sing each target vowel on the stress point. We've been spending more time on that rule a lot lately. And partly for me as well, making sure that I am showing the stress point exactly where I want it, instead of anticipating that the chorus is going to be a little bit behind. We've all kind of gotten used to that general situation where I hit and then there's the audible response, and we want to make it more that you're anticipating based on the timing of my beat, so that we're all there together following that anticipation. So we're going to work some more on that, find some other exercises to practice that, especially when we get back together. Then exaggerate the singable consonants in duration and intensity. Yeah, duration and intensity, the length of those singable consonants and the volume of those singable consonants, to make sure that they match the vowels, because the vowels, being more open, are going to be bigger and more resonant than an ma, ma. So ma, ma. More intensity on the M makes them sound actually the same as they come out audibly. And finally, maintaining continuity of tone, making sure that you've got good sound the entire time, and consonants, non-singable consonants, just break up enough of the sound to be understood and heard, but overall there's a smooth connection to everything, and the tone in your voice is continuous, minus those very pinpoint spots where that all happens. So there you go. We're going to spend more time on this in the future, but let's actually jump right into singing, because I miss it. Where that music is not yet in here, and I'm just going to drop it in. Boom! It's a good day. Let's put that here. Drop this down here. All right, now that we can still see our logo, which is very important. So if you need to get your music out and have that handy to do some work on this, then go ahead and pull that out and be ready for that now. And I've got the song ready. It's only 1 minute and 20 seconds, so we are going to sing through the whole song. And then what we will probably do, this is a good reason for us to make sure in the future that we get a bunch of decent recordings of every song that we sing, so it'd be easier to sing along with this, because of course this track doesn't have the slowdown on it. So we might get to where let's sing through it once with the track, know that it doesn't really slow down, and then I'm going to just sing the melody, and we'll sing along and we'll work on a couple of spots, and hopefully that all goes well. So, from the very beginning, remember he starts off with, yes, it's a good day. Make sure I'm in the right key. Yes, yes, it's a good day, as opposed to, yes, it's a good, and we will sing it that way. But since we're going to play with the track, just be ready for that. Let's hear how it starts.
Yes, it's a good day for singing a song.
And you get the idea. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song. So here we go.
Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day, how could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. And you've got everything to gain and not a thing to lose, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun. Rise and shine today. You know you gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day for paying your bills. And it's a very good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills. A good day for living, a good day for giving, a good day for wishing, and maybe some fishing.
Well, apparently, directing too hard means your phone falls off of the stand and stops playing the song. Ha! So, sorry about that. It was getting away from me anyway. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to sing the song, and you can sing along. This whole middle section is just so much better. It's more fun and more interesting, I think, with the slowdown. There's more contrast to that. So, man, I wish there was a video from the side of like everything just kind of going crazy there. So let's start from the very beginning, and I'm going to sing the lead, and feel free to sing along. Yeah, whoops is right, Randy. Whoops is right. Okay, from the top. Yes, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day, how could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. And you've got everything to gain and not a thing to lose, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun. Rise and shine today. You know you've gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day for paying your bills. And it's a very good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills. A good day for living, a good day for giving, a good day for wishing, and maybe some fishing. A good day from morning, till night. All right, sorry about that. 2 spots that I just apparently do not know the lead part at all. Yay! I ended in A. A good day for wishing and maybe some fishing. A good day from morning till night. There you go. Sorry about that. That kind of goes to what we're going to talk about a little bit later. But let's look at a couple of spots in particular for harmony parts. There are those carryovers. Where did that go? Right, so they're not carryovers. Talking about measure 16 in particular at the top of the page. So we've got good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good. So we all cut off there. We're not carrying through. I believe that is what we decided. I should look at my other music in my binder, but I've got this on here. So how could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good. We all put the T together on the downbeat of measure 16. I think there's another spot that I was thinking of. So when it comes up again, I'll make sure of that. But let's look at that. So harmony parts, starting from we could go right from the top. It comes up so quickly. So we've got yes, it's a good. Yes, yes, it's a 1, 2 from the top. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a right there. And then yes, Jay, thank you. Measure 48 is exactly the same thing, right? Well, sort of, because that one doesn't speed up, or it doesn't. That one slows down. And you've got the right of way, but yes, everyone cuts off together, so it's a good day. But there is one other spot like it that we need to be aware of. So let's do that again. From the top, everyone's singing along, and measure 16, we're cutting off right on the beat. And I'll try to be as clear as I can there. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. And you've got everything to gain and not a thing to lose, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun. Rise and shine today. You know you've gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day for paying your bills. And let's make sure leads, we get that timing, because that's always been questionable for us when we get to it. So this is measure 48, which is the one Jay was referring to. And leads in particular, we've got to get that breath into the pickup. So can we start from... You know you've gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing. From there. And I'll get that. And you've got the right of way. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You know you've gotta get going if you're gonna make. Sorry, you know you gotta, not you've gotta. I keep singing that word wrong. 1, 2. You know you gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day. Right there. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day. Right off the breath. Right back into the original tempo until good day. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day for paying your bills. So not bills, but bills. Sorry about that. Let's try that together. Leads. Bum, and you've got, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And you've got the right of way. So it's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a very good day, etc. Make sure paying your bills, and then the ls comes at the very end. You just gotta watch me. Don't guess when it's gonna end. I think some of you just think it's going to end at a certain spot and start to turn to it too early instead of just watching and being ready for bills. There's lots of time for the ls during that turn, but often I get bills, and then it's really not clear they're together. Bills, and it's a very good day. And again there, day, turning the diphthong, whoops, at that very end of that spot. Cool? Let's sing the whole song. That room is echoing through the new door. So let's sing the whole song. Yes, it's a good day from the top. Yes, one, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's a good. Sorry, I'm sharp. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. Yes, it's a good day. How could anything go wrong? A good day from morning till night. Yes, it's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. And you got everything to gain and not a thing to lose, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun, rise and shine today. You know you've got to get going if you're gonna make a showing, and you've got the right of way. So it's a good day for paying your bills, and it's a very good day for curing your ills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills. A good day for living, a good day for giving, a good day for wishing, and maybe some fishing. A good day from morning till night. All right, there we go. Thanks for listening to what I had to give. So drink a little bit of water. And again, as usual, if you have any comments or questions or concerns about this song, send me an email. Let me know. I haven't gotten anything from anybody yet, so I'm assuming that what I'm doing is good and you don't have any questions. If there's a song that you're struggling with that you would like for me to focus on a Monday night, let me know. My goal is to get through all of the songs as I can, bit by bit, as much as possible, so we get through the whole repertoire within a few weeks and then kind of start over again. But if there's something in particular, please let me know so that I can make that happen. Next up, please take out Kentucky Medley. And what we are going to do with this is learn the song together. And of course, I know that you already know the song. But we are going to basically kind of go through the process of learning a song in a bit of an abridged format, but I'm going to talk through the entire process. And so this is basically the process that I go through anytime I am learning a new song for one of my quartets or for the Colts or anyone else. If it's a song that has learning tracks, that I didn't make the learning tracks, because obviously making the learning tracks, I had to learn the song somewhat off of the paper without learning tracks. So that doesn't count. But if it's a song that has learning tracks that I don't know ahead of time, this is the process that I go through. Yeah, Frank, I would love to have you come in and sing the solo here while we're doing this. But it'll be great for you to sing it, well, there. Maybe you should record yourself singing it and send it out to us so we all hear that you're doing that. So, that being said, Kentucky medley. Here's the process. I brought the wrong sheets over here. So I wrote this all up, and this is going to be cleaned up a bit and then put in a format for all of you to have to look at. And I called it How to Practice / Learn a Song at Home. So make sure to have a dedicated time and space where you can focus. I always make sure that I've got within a week, a few days at least, where I have 30 minutes of time at least, and preferably longer, but at least 30 minutes straight of time where I'm alone in a room with just my music and nothing else. Not driving, not working on something else, not while I'm building the studio and doing that kind of stuff, but 30 minutes at least a few times a week where I can focus just on what I'm doing. So dedicated space and dedicated time to focus on learning music. And I say at least each of your sessions that are dedicated to this should be at least 20 minutes, because you want a bit of time to warm up and get your voice going before you get started, and then you want enough time to really be able to kind of digest what you're doing, get to a stopping point that feels like you have accomplished something. So 30 minutes is a good time. An hour is great, much more than an hour, and it starts to be too much to remember in that one session. So like 30 to 45 minutes is probably a good goal to have 2 to 4 times a week. And I know that number probably keeps going up every time I say it, but you know, there you go. But my point being, more than an hour in one sitting becomes a lot to just try to remember everything that you have done. So a new song, you just get the new song, you just get the new tracks to it. You've never learned this song before. What should you do? We're going to kind of go through this together. So the very first thing that I always do with a new song is listen to the full mix a couple of times. Oops. Oh, is this not playing now? Oh no, we lost it. Let me try plugging this back in. Here we go. See if that works again. Come back. All right, hold on a second. I need to make this work, not that one. Trust. There we go. After it fell out of the computer, it stopped working. Go figure. Okay, so we'll listen to the full mix a couple of times through. And here's kind of what I would do to that. So listen to the full mix a couple of times through and note places that feel like big structural points. So ends of a section, big cadences, key changes are all key structural points. So the first listen or two, and we'll go through one of them now, and I'm going to take notes as I go through. I haven't done this yet on this new copy of sheet music because I want to kind of do it together. So we're going to go through and mark structural points, and I'm actually going to take this one off here because I'm just going to kind of show you what I've done as we go through. So listening to the music. Here we go. And I will mute myself.
Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
And we're listening, not singing, just listening.
The young folks are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home. Good night, good night. Weep no more, my lady. Weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home, far away. Born in the valley and raised in the trees of western Kentucky on wobbly knees, with Mama beside you to help you along, you'll soon be a growing up strong. All the long lazy mornings in pastures of green, the sun on your withers, the wind in your mane, could never prepare you for what lies ahead. The run for the roses so red, for it's run for the roses as fast as you can. Your fate is delivered, your moment's at hand. It's the chance of a lifetime. It's a lifetime chance, and it's high time you join in the dance. It's high time you join in the dance. It's high time you join in. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky homes, for my old Kentucky home, far away, far away.
All right, so there's the full run through and a bunch of structural points. So let's kind of go through. I don't know if this can be seen. Yeah, it can pretty okay? So if you're looking at your music, at the end of this third line, after while the birds make music all the day, that unison feels like a spot, kind of an ending point, and start of a new section. So I put a star there to say, here's a chunk, here's a section. I sometimes might do it as kind of a big bracket, and I'll show you what that looks like. So frequently, oops, here, let me do it here instead. Ah, come on, there you go, lost the lead. Down here, let's see if it shows up. Yeah, I'll put a bracket at the end of one section and then at the start of the next one. So you can see where those sections are bracketed off there. Then going forward, the next star that I have is where the basses have these moves here. Ho-oh-om, right before the final cadence into the key change. And then I've got another star where the new key happens. And I'll usually also write the new key in there. So I have at the top, I'll write on the first page, G major, and then I'll write, okay, here we're in A flat. So I've got it written A flat with a star. And I'd probably mark something if it were, I'd mark that it's a bass melody. But then that goes to here, and then it's hard to see, but at this spot here where the new solo starts, I've got another star, because that's clearly the end of a section. And then also I've got an arrow pointing at the repeat sign saying, this is where I'm going to come back to. The other thing that I noticed when we got here was like, oh, it sounds kind of different. Why? And it's because we're in, let's see, on the very first page, it shows that we're in, common time, which is 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, the sun shines bright, right? 4 beats of 4. Whereas now here, where the solo comes in, we are in 3/4. 1, 2, 3, da da, 2, 3, ba 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 ba. So it's got that 3 feel. I'd mark that. And then what else? I put a dot here just to tell myself, hey, this is where the first ending happens. The second time, it's going to come here when you get to that dot. So be ready to do that. And of course, I marked the repeat. Then, on the top of the next page, at the end, right as we're getting for its run forth, that feels like a new starting point. So I've got a star there where it's all chorus and no solo. I circle that the solo comes back in, but it didn't really feel like a new section, so I didn't do anything star-wise for that section there. And then, of course, here, there's another star, and you notice I circled, this is at, oh, the sun shines bright for my old, and it's in cut time. So we come out of 3 and into, oh, the 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So that's cut time. 2/2 is cut time. And that is it. And this is actually something Chris needs, not me. Cool. And then I wrote tag, just big old tag. Here's the tag. So that is what I would do on the first 2 listenings. I'd probably go through and mark any other important things that I think stick out at me, but that would be the first thing that I do. So listen to the next thing I would do, for me, because I would probably not be singing melody most of the time, is I would listen to the melody part. And if you're not melody, or if you are the melody singer, usually the lead singer, then I would go listen to the bass. So the leads, if you're the melody, like you are in this case, I'd listen to the bass part to feel how you connect with that. But again, at this point, we're only listening. We haven't done any singing yet, just listening, digesting, becoming aware of structural things. So we would listen to the lead part next if we were not leads. Then I would listen to my part and go through and notate breaths, and especially places where there are not breaths that you would have expected there to be breaths. So let's listen to the lead part. And of course, on the website, we've got it separated into part 1 and part 2. So just be aware of that as we get through later. We're going to listen to just part 1 for the sake of this exercise, so it's not as long. But I want you to be aware of that. So here we go.
Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home.
And also what I forgot to mention is that I'm also notating anything that seems like it's going to be difficult. Just, again, we're only listening, but trying to be aware of this is going to be hard for me when I get to it and when I start trying to sing it. And then also, what I would do during one of these listenings is write down the timestamp on the tracks. For the different parts of the songs. So for example, well, I'll get here in a second. So when it gets to that first star or the first new section, we'll write down that timestamp, and I'll show you what I mean in a little bit.
'Tis summer, the young folks are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young...
So right here, you'll see that it was actually at 52. So I would go to here.
Music all the day.
That breath is on 52 seconds in the track. So at 50, so I would write in my sheet music above the new spot 052. I've got that timestamp in my learning track for when this occurs. Then keep going.
The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by hard times comes a knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home. Good night, ooh, lady, weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home, far away.
And then we go on to the next track, which we're not going to do right now, but we're going to use it for one of the other portions. So as we go through that time, I'll add in the timestamps. But you see, I've got the first timestamp that we talked about at 52 seconds. Then on the next page, I've got two of them. I have, where's the first one? 123 at the top of the page when we get to that cadence, and then 133 at the key change. It was really 133, 134, something like that, at the key change. And then down here I just wrote T2 to say that it's the beginning of track 2 because we've got it in 2 tracks. So again, I would listen to my part twice. And let's see, where am I? Listen to it 2 or 3 times, notating breaths. I did also notate here that on the ooh lady, that there's no breath before lady. So I made sure to add that extra tie in there to tell me don't breathe here, and then a breath after it, weep no more today, etc. So I've got all of that notated. I would do that for the rest of the song as well. And then at that point, I would, let me just make sure, yep, right. Then I would listen to the full mix one more time, and then note especially any time that I hold a note while another part moves, or I move while another part holds a note. A great example is right at that 123 mark. So let me pull that up again. Right at 1:23 leads. We have home or home. We're in this key. Do home. I would put a tick mark to show that there is a move where I don't move. So I might do something like this. Where is it? Sorry. Here. Ho, oh, I would mark that other people have a move there where I don't. And then good night. And then another good, excuse me. And this one's not super clear because there isn't a tie where there should be. But at the end here, we've got a move here and then a move here before leads get to move. Right? There's good good night. Then they all say good nah. Then we move aight. So there's another move there before you get to move. I would make note of that to make sure that I know when I am and am not supposed to move. And that would be the end of my first learning session on the song. So that's probably about 30 minutes worth of work with no singing. I've gone through 30 minutes of listening to and analyzing the piece, not singing any of it even once. Purposely not singing any of it. Even if it's a song that I already know the melody and that it's already in my head, I'm spending the time just getting it conceptually in my brain. Then we go on to session number 2, and what I'm thinking, looking at the time, is I'll get through session number 2 today, and then next week we're going to finish off the rest of the whole thing. So session number 2, now you've got your sheet music, and it's all marked up and ready for you to get really focused on your part. I would once again listen to, and I'm going to do this with the second part of the song now. So let's jump to where the solo starts. So have the sheet music with notes available. Listen, again, listen to your part 1 or 2 times through. Take note of anything that seems like it may give you a hard time. I know you already did this, but this gives you another chance, a fresh look at the music. Then also double check your breath marks. Make sure you didn't miss anything or put anything in that doesn't belong. After those couple of times through, again, at this point, we haven't sung yet, pick a section to start with. So we are going to start right where, is that where I want to start? Just for the sake of, yeah, that's where we'll start. So we're going to start right where the solo starts. So that's right at this, right at the top of track 2. So I would put 0, 0 on that. Track 2, 0 hyphen 0 or 0 colon 0. So I know that's the beginning of the track. And you can go ahead right now and sing along, but be aware that normally at this point we would not be singing along. We're still just listening. But let's sing so that we've got some singing going on. We're in A flat. Tenor, lead, baritone, bass. Remember, basses, you're up the octave here. and solo born in the valley. But remember that in actuality here we're listening. And here we go.
For it's wrong.
Unmute. There you go. So we're going to go that far. And I've noted some extra times on here that I might want to go back and practice. So for example, before the first repeat down here, I added 0:40. So 40 seconds, that's the point that it repeats back to the previous repeat. I'm going to double check that because I did it kind of late. It's a little earlier. Yeah, so it's more like 38 seconds. Jay, I'll answer that breath another time. I don't believe the answer is yes. I believe we've been singing through it, and it's just on the learning tracks there are breaths. But I'm going to come back to that when it's not this process right now. But that's a good question. So where was I? Right. So now I've notated that. So here we are now. We've picked a section. So what I'd like to do now is actually just start. I would normally start just before the section that I've chosen to practice that transition into it. So now I'm going to listen, or I've done listening once or twice, right? Now I'm going to sing along with the track. I've listened to it, I've made notes, I've digested just that section of the song. Now we're going to start singing and being aware. And here's what we're doing. So try to sing along and circle spots that you feel you may have made mistakes. So if you're singing along and you go, oh, I made a mistake, or I think I made a mistake, circle that spot so that you can come back to it and practice it. And again, you're only singing this section of the song, just going a bit beyond it, so you're practicing the transition. And if it wasn't separated into two tracks, we'd also start a bit before it to practice that transition. But we're just singing that one section. So starting from that same spot, let's get that. Ooh. Other parts you can sing along too, but of course normally you would be on your part and not the one that's going. Here we go. Dave, that's funny. My sheet music has a lot of circles. At this point, a bunch of you will have circled the bottom of page 3, or at least I hope so, because a lot of you need to. Hint, hint, no subtlety there. That's a spot that we tend to go to the second ending instead of the first. So now you go, oh, shoot, I missed that. I should double check that. And listen to that section again. Just that chunk from 0 seconds up to 38 or so, right? So listen to it again and focus in on those 4 measures that you had an issue with, and then sing it one more time and see if you've got that locked down. Once you've got that section done, so here, let me see what I wrote here. Where did you all go? I'm moving my papers everywhere. We're almost done with our second session of learning. So listen again, sing along again, and repeat until you feel like you have a good handle on that section of music. You will probably go through a 30-second section 5 to 10 times depending on the difficulty of the song. But one as not so difficult as this passage, I would go through at least 5 times to make sure that I feel comfortable with that chunk of the song. Then I'd go on to the next 30 seconds or so, which is that repeat section, and make myself really aware of the difference between those 2 spots. So don't go on until you've got it. Don't just try to sing the whole song. Again, work on that chunk, make that chunk really comfortable. And you may end up only working on one 30-second to 1 minute chunk of a song in an entire 30-minute practice session. And that is okay, because that chunk of the song will feel ready to go. Make sure, again, that you practice through the transition. I didn't do that this time, but make sure you're practicing through the transition into the next spot, so that becomes part of the chunk, but it also becomes the beginning of the next chunk, and it much more easily connects through together. So hopefully that makes sense. So I've got, yeah, then when you've done that, before you end your session, listen to the next session that you plan to work on once or twice. At that point, decide if you have time during that practice session to get it under your belt, or if that's the time you need to stop. If you have time because it feels like this will only take 20-25 minutes to get it good, and I have that time, great. If not, that's okay. You've listened to it, you've got it stewing in your mind. Now you can move on and come back to it in a day or two and work on that next section. But you've really put that first chunk that you've worked on into your mind without cluttering everything else as part of it. But you've also done the prior work of recording or of listening to the whole song enough times to feel where that fits in the overall structure of the song. So hopefully that makes sense. That's kind of the first half, basically, of the process. And I will go over the rest of it next week, because that was already a pretty good long chunk. But let's sing this entire song as if we have learned the whole thing, and one day we will. Yeah, it'll be ready to go. So let's sing the whole song from the very beginning and just enjoy it. I'm not going to bring the sheet music up. I will just enjoy directing and singing. And here we go. Oh, I missed that comment. Is there ah before page 4 at the bottom? Confused between oo and ah. Listen to the track. It's on the track correctly. It's not in the sheet music correctly. It's an O, not an ah. So the bottom of, oh wait, 3. Where are you talking about? Yes, there is an ah before the oo on page 4. Yeah, so. For it's run for the roses as fast as you can. Your fate is delivered, your moment's at hand. It's the chance of a lifetime. Oh. Yes. Pretty sure that's how it is on the tracks. That is how it is in the sheet music. As for the other spot on page 3, it goes to O when we get never prepare you. Actually, on never, it switches to O the second time around, and then ah at the top of page 4. So hopefully that helps that out. And listening to these tracks again, it makes me feel like it's probably time for an update, because there's some stuff that I think I did this back in like 2011, and it could be done again. Got it. Frank, if or not Frank, I'm sorry, Randy, you say sheet music is unclear. You must be talking about page 3 and not page 4 then. Because page 4 is pretty clear, I think. So, okay, here we go. All right, from the top of the song, we're in the key of G.
Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky home. 'Tis summer, the young folks are gay. The corn tops ripe and the meadows in the bloom, while the birds make music all the day. The young folks roll on the little cabin floor, all merry, all happy and bright. By and by, hard times comes a knocking at the door, then my old Kentucky home. Good night, good night. Weep no more, my lady. Weep no more today. We will sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home, far away. Born in the valley and raised in the trees of western Kentucky on wobbly knees, with Mama beside you to help you along, you'll soon be a growing up strong. All the long lazy mornings in pastures of green, the sun on your withers, the wind in your mane, could never prepare you for what lies ahead. The run for the roses so red, for it's run for the roses as fast as you can. Your fate is delivered, your moment's at hand. It's the chance of a lifetime. It's a lifetime of chance, and it's high time you join in the dance. It's high time you join in the dance. It's high time you join in. Oh, the sun shines bright on my old Kentucky homes, for my old Kentucky home, far away, far
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that track needs a bit of an update. There's some stuff in there I am not pleased with. A few years down the road. So hopefully that part of the process helps. A couple things I'm going to say while they're at the end of the list, I'll say them here kind of at the beginning. So that, again, is kind of half of the learning process. There's a bunch more that comes after that and a lot more time. It's a lot of sessions. But here's what I said. This may sound like a lot, but that's why we have the timeline that we have. We give you the sheet music, and then you have 2 weeks before we come together again, but really then another week or two after that to get it to the point of getting at the end of this process that I'm talking about going through. So looking at our timeline, by the first 2 weeks, we expect you to have started the last sessions. You'll understand that what I mean by that next week. But then by week 5, which is 4 weeks in, you should have completed the entire process. So hopefully that helps. Gotcha, Randy. Great. So here's an important note that I want to make sure that you understand when learning a new song. Listening to the song in the car can help get the song in your brain. And I say in the car or working on some construction or working around the house, any of that kind of stuff. Doing those kinds of things can help get the song in your brain a little bit. But listening to a song on repeat while driving or doing other activities can actually uh, add to the confusion over the structure of the song. Because now you've just got this loop, and if you're not always focused in from the beginning to the end of the song, and somewhere along the way it restarted and you missed it because you were doing something, now all of a sudden you're not sure, is this the first part, is this the last part, is this the middle part? I just started listening, but it's in the middle somewhere, so where does it end? And things get kind of jumbled up that way. So when you're first learning a song, I suggest highly spending a lot more time for the first few weeks dedicated, focused, not listening to it on repeat in your vehicle or when you're doing other things that are distracting you from the music. And of course, you shouldn't be distracting yourself from driving while listening to music, but also while learning a new song, don't let the driving distract you from learning the new song. So try to do that. If you're listening to it in the car, listen to it once, straight through, top to bottom, and then go on to something else, and then come back to it, because the repeat can just kind of mess with things. That said, I've got 2 more songs that I'd like for us to sing. The first is going to be our newest song, Precious Lord. And I am planning on doing a sectional rehearsal of Precious Lord on Wednesday. And so I'm going to send an email out about that probably tomorrow morning to let you know what the times are. But I'm probably looking at 7 o'clock with 20 minutes each for each voice part. So probably leads first from 7 to 7:20, 25-ish. But I'm going to try to stick to 20 minutes each. So 7 to 7:20, 7:20 to 7:40, 7:40 to 8, etc. You get the idea. All the way to 8:40 with 5 parts. And I just need to pick the right order. It'll probably be, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but you get the idea. So that'll be on Wednesday, sectional for everybody at various times. You can be there for the whole session or any part of it that you want. You can come and go if you've got the link, but try to be there for your 20-minute spot if you can. And that said, let's go to Precious Lord right now. And since it's already 8:25, I think what we'll do is sing through this once through, and then sing through God Bless the USA once through, and call it an evening. So just kind of keeping these songs in our minds. So here we go with Precious Lord. Lead, bass, baritone, tenor.
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand am tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home. When my way grows drear, precious Lord, linger near. When my life is almost gone at the river, Lord, I stand. Guide my feet and hold my hand. Take my hand, take my hand, Lord, and lead me home.
All right. So we are going to do the sectionals for that on Wednesday, and then probably not sing that song next week since it's been a bunch in a row. And I'm itching to hear you guys sing it. It's getting kind of old hearing just me sing it. So we might do something fun either with this or something else in the near future. I'm thinking of some ideas that the music committee needs to talk about, and I haven't even told them about those ideas. So they're still just stuck in my brain, and that'll come out soon, and then we'll see what happens. That said, let's go to God Bless the USA. And I'm actually not going to pull this one up either. We're going to keep it just full mix and me directing, and this will close out our rehearsal tonight. Oop, I didn't mean for it to start. Okay. And I'll admit straight off the bat that I haven't listened to the track in a long time, and so tempos might be a little bit weird, but follow along. I'm sure you know it better than I do as far as the track timing is concerned. This is another one that I made in 2011 before I even started directing the chorus. So there you go. Let us start from the very beginning. Do, bass, baritone, tenor, lead. Do, 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 do. Do, do,
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, if I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, from New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA. God bless the USA.
All right, sorry for that long post at the very end there, or at least for missing the direction of it. But good, that wasn't as far off as I thought it was going to be. So there we go. There's another week of hopefully staying healthy, doing well, singing some music as we can, and we're going to try to come up with some fun things that we can do coming up in the near future to try to spice it up a little bit. But Wednesday, 7 o'clock, sectionals, for sure starting with the lead, which is that third line, the lead part. So if you need to double check which part you are, please go ahead and do that. It's all in Choir Genius to tell you what to do. 7 o'clock with the leads, and I think I'll probably do basses next at 7:20, and then we'll go from there. But I'll send out an email tomorrow, probably around 1 o'clock, once the kids go to sleep, to let you know what time that'll be on Wednesday. So that's it from me today, guys. As usual, if you have any questions, please send me an email. Email's better than text because texts get buried. Email is something that I can save and hopefully get back to. So there you go. And thank you so much. Miss you guys. Hope you're staying healthy and staying well. And I will see you hopefully very soon. Have a good night and a great week. Bye. Thanks, CT. Bye, everyone.